Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Daily Live. I'm Trisha Swenson on this Thursday, June 3rd, and it's another beautiful morning out there. And we'll let you know what it's looking like outside of our studios here in Eagle Vale. We'll have Ty Diaz and Ken Hovey standing by in Avon, as well as Edwards today. And we'll give the details on how the weather could change throughout the afternoon. But thanks for joining us this morning. And wow, third day of June, and all the activities are really starting to come back in full force. And we're going to give you details on different events that are happening this weekend, happening today, and happening as we go down into the summer months. A lot of people are planning their trips for July, for August, and wondering what's going on. And the good news is we have activities and events that are returning. COVID-19 really postponed or canceled a lot of our favorite events that we enjoy in the summertime. And the locals' motto is you come for the winter, but you stay for the summer. And it really is, it's short and sweet, but it really is just sometimes the best time of the year. But we're going to check in with the Vail Country Club today, which is a fun place to try your golf swing. Talk to Kenny, the golf pro there. They have the TrackMan simulators, so we'll give you details on that. Also, the Vail Symposium is going to talk about rare earth metals and why it's important to you. That's their first of their 50th season for their summer kickoff. We're going to talk to Claire Noble about that. And then we'll have our Vail Daily headlines, what you need to know about and read about. And we'll have Ken Hovey talking about road biking in the Vail Valley and also health and wellness with Casey Peacock. So a lot of good reasons to stick around for the show today. But let's get to Ken Hovey. He is standing by down in Riverwalk. Ken, this is one of my favorite places. Such a great little place in the Vail Valley. I lived right here for many, many years. Can you hear me, Ken?
I can. I got my ears on. Trisha Swenson, how are you this morning? You look fantastic. Trisha, exciting show coming up. I am in Edwards. I was planning on just coming out and doing a little bit of skateboarding, but we've changed that up. I'm jumping in a hyperbaric chamber, and I'm going to meet somebody that you know really well, Mike. He's going to tell us about his bike, about his book about biking on the roadways. Now, Trisha, I know that you mentioned the Vail Valley. I don't know that that's the title. He has a book about biking in the Eagle River Valley. Speaking of which, look, the Eagle River right now, 1,300 CFS. And for all you diehards, I don't know if I can bring it up or not. There I am. You can watch us online. Check this out, Trisha. I don't know if Henry can get on that. There's where we're at right now, that little graph.
Wow.
And you can see we've been kind of flat, it spikes first thing in the morning and boom, a nice big jump. So if you're planning on going out on the river, these are the ideal flows. I was surfing a couple days ago at the Eagle River Park. That place is awesome right now. Everything is good. It's nice to see the water. And yesterday alone, I saw, I think, every commercial outfitter for whitewater on the Eagle River, and in particular I saw Sage at their new little outpost in the Walcott area doing raft trips down to Eagle. So if you're planning on getting out there and enjoying some whitewater sports, now is the time. And fly fishing, kind of rare at this time of year. Usually the river, as we hit the peak, it gets all murky and muddy and brown. Not the case. It's still relatively clear out here, which has been great for nymphing, and also, to my understanding, I got to hit the river again soon. The streamer fishing has been really good. So I would make plans to be outdoors. And man, all we're going to bring to you on the Vail Daily Live today are the glorious outdoors. It is really nice out here. Back to you in the studio, Trisha.
All right. Hey, Ken, looking very nice today with your nice sweater. The last time we saw Ken, he was all loaded up with his PFD and he had his gear on to go in the river. So, yeah, pretty awesome, Ken. And Ken, can you give us a quick description? When you said CFS, what does that mean?
That is a great question. CFS, that is a cubic foot per second of water moving. So if you can imagine, if we just drew a line right across the river, a straight line, a cubic foot of water is about the size of a basketball. So that would mean 1,300 cubic feet per second. That would mean about 1,300 basketballs at a time passing a line. So it kind of gives you an idea on how fast that water is moving. Gore Creek right now, I'm going to say, is around 300 CFS. This is at 1,300. The big question has been, and even Henry, my awesome, handsome cameraman today, he was like, do you think we hit peak? That's been like the question. You think we hit peak? Well, as you saw from the graph, not quite. We've seen that spike come up, so that's good. It's been an interesting season because our snowpack is low and we've had colder temperatures, which has kind of delayed things. But in my gut, I feel like we're really starting to see that peak over the next few days and over the next week. So now is the time. If you want to get out there on the good water, this is when you do it.
And then another question, Hovey. I know that sometimes paddlers and rafters will do what's called the Edwards Mile. Is that runnable right now?
Yes. Actually, that's where we're at right now. This is the Edwards Mile. Depending on where you put out, generally people take out down at the sanitation plant that's down there, possibly put in up in Avon. So yeah, the Edwards Mile, this is it right now. Really good Class 3 whitewater. Got that touch of feel of Class 4. But I want to advise you, and I know we talk about this a lot at this time of year, don't just go jumping in the river, right? Go with the guides, go with the pros, make sure you have the proper gear. I promise you, if you decide to go tubing and are reckless out here on the river, this water is cold. Snow melt just a few hours ago. You can get hypothermic very quickly. It's nice when you go with those guided service. They have all the gear, the wetsuits, the splash tops, and they have knowledgeable guides that when your fat goes into the fire, if it does, they're there to help you.
Yeah, they definitely are. I saw Timberline driving their classic red Jeep with a group of guests, and I was like, oh, yeah, it's on. We've got the outfitters out there to make it happen. And Billy Doran was saying that he's doing his dinosaur camps in conjunction with Timberline Tours. So you can learn a little bit about our prehistoric history while having some fun on the rivers.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, we talk about guide services. That was great. Timberline does such an incredible job with their rafting, their jeeping. They've got their headquarters down in Eagle, and they're really, some of the most experienced there are. I really enjoy, Trisha. I tuned in, I think it was yesterday, and I caught your interview with Billy Doran with the Fossil Posse. And that was, to me, that sounds like a fun thing. My kids are 15 and 13 now, and I know that they would enjoy something like that. But I think all of our guide services that are here in Eagle River Valley are great. They're not only knowledgeable for, getting you out there safely on the water or on the trails, but they have a plethora of knowledge. Trisha, they can talk even longer than you and I, and they probably know more.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true. Those guide service folks, they sure know how to talk and entertain the guests too, because a lot of times you don't know anything about the area and they're telling about geology, geography, and of course safety, safety, fun, learning.
And Trisha, they can tell you where to get the best whiskey sour.
Yes, they can.
And they know where the bar specials are. They know
They know where the deals are. They totally do. Okay, perfect. Well, I'm looking forward to your interviews today, Ken, and we will see you in a little bit longer. And we're going to be checking in with Ty Diaz later. Rachel, are we going to wait to go to Ty?
We can try him right now.
Okay, we're going to try them right now. I've got Rachel and Meredith in the back. They are pushing all the buttons and making things happen today. Ladies, how are you? Okay, and Ty Diaz.
Looks like we actually just lost time.
Okay.
Why don't we swing to a weather?
We're going to do the weather first, and then we're going to check in with Ty Diaz, who's standing by in Avon. And as you can see, a beautiful morning. Ken was right next to the Eagle River along the bike path behind Riverwalk and Edwards. And this weather report brought to you by Liv Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact their Vail Valley broker professionals today to live the life you love. And for today, we're going to see mostly sunny skies, then a chance of an isolated shower. I was caught in just a quick shower last night. Didn't last very long. And it's so interesting because you can see the showers on one side of the valley. Maybe it's over Beaver Creek. Maybe it's over Vail. Maybe you're dry down in Edwards. So the showers aren't going to last too long if they are going to be around. And that's going to be mostly between 3 and about 5 p.m. And that's only a 10% chance for today. And then as we look at the next couple of days for your Friday, I think this is going to be the nicest day of the week. 77 for your high in Vail, even warmer down in Eagle. I think you'll reach the 80s. And we'll see Saturday about a 39% chance of showers, 76 degrees, 74 for Sunday. So we are really reaching those summertime temperatures and low humidity levels in the Vail Valley. But I got word we're going to go to Ty Diaz right now. Ty, okay, where are you?
Good morning, Trisha. Good morning, all the viewers. Vail Daily Live, thank you for watching. We're on, show number 6, brand new broadcast, streaming live. Where I am, Avon, and I couldn't resist but share with you all this view that you don't see too often from a show like this. over Avon, Eagle County. Look at the sky conditions right now. I mean, what a beautiful place. Noisy, if you're wondering what traffic's looking like this time of year, our so-called off-season at the beginning of our summer. But this valley is just gorgeous and inspirational. Get out on foot, on a bike, on a longboard, with your dog on a leash, like you see in the background there, and just see where you live from a different perspective. I'm really surprised to have this view right now, and I couldn't help but share with you all. I should share with you, weather-wise, it's going to be a gorgeous day, making their way into the 80s, and sky condition-wise, I'm just waiting for someone to say, Ty, let's float after the show. I'll jump in the river with you. Gorgeous out here. And yeah, I'm broadcasting live from Avon. Beaver Creek right over there, golf course, you'll find that there. The town of Avon. I mean, tell me, how often do you see this view when you're in your car driving by it? I say get out on foot, enjoy the weather today, and see this whole place and how it's grown from a new perspective, like on this bike path, this running path right here.
All right, perfect. Yeah, that's beautiful. And that's a different perspective from Avon. So a lot of people, and when you're on the I-70, you're going pretty fast, so you don't see it all. So it looks good. Traffic looks good right now as well. No accidents. We've seen a couple of delays a couple days ago just due to a big accident in Avon. So thanks, Ty, for that. And Ty, I understood you went to A-Basin. We're going to be learning a little bit more about your day. You were snowboarding yesterday.
Oh yeah, snowboarding. Man, let me tell you, made my way over to Arapahoe Basin. This weekend is their closing weekend, Sunday, after 2 p.m. on Sunday, as I guess they've held it for maybe all season long. $29 if you want to do the lift. The tailgate party, you can do that in the parking lot, but you must have a propane grill, no open fires there. But traditionally, the beach at Arapahoe Basin, a fantastic time. During the weekday right now, not much traffic. And I took some video footage. I'm happy to share this with you. I met with some friends that live over there, and we pretty much had a riot of a time. But what an inspiring drive when you make your way to Arapahoe Basin, just rounding, you know, the S-turns through there and the tree lines and the mountain range that you'll find, those peaks, just fantastic. And then all of a sudden it opens up off to the right and you're pulling into the dirt parking lot of Arapahoe Basin, a ski area, not ski resort, which means no hotel component, no shopping malls. It's just all about the mountain and the slopes, and you getting out there and having a good time. And
okay.
Maybe we'll show everyone that at some point.
Yeah, we'll take a look at your video later on. All right, thanks, Ty. And we want to remind you that we want to see your video. Just like Vail Live, the hashtag Vail Live has become so popular. We always have people that submit their photos every single day to the Vail Daily. We want to start to see your photos and your videos. So you can go to our page that'll let you know about that. But we also want you to subscribe to our channels. You can watch us live 7 to 8:30 Mountain Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook. That's where you'll be able to chat with us. And then if you watch us on vaildaily.com and vaildailylive.com, you'll be able to watch us live as well. Now, if you watch us on demand, we're on YouTube and Facebook, as well as Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and that way you can watch us any time of the day. We're also on Spotify. But just click your favorite platform and then set up the alerts, set up the subscribe buttons. I get the alerts every morning on Facebook saying you're live, and I'm like, I know we are because I'm on the show. But it's great to just have a reminder that we're going to be with you and share with you some details about our valley. If you're watching from here, if you're watching from a different city, a different state, even a different country, we had the Richardson family. They were watching us from the UK when we started out this weekend. So watch us from anywhere, and we'll give you details on what's going on. We also want to hear from you, so use our chat feature and let us know what you want to hear. We'll be back with more Vail Daily Live in just a moment. We are back. Want to let you know what made headlines in today's Vail Daily for Thursday, June 3rd. On the cover, we're getting some more cool pictures from Rick Spitzer. This is of bald eagle chicks. It's testing out its wings in western Eagle County on Tuesday. Young eagles are usually able to fly at 10 to 12 weeks old. It's so interesting how they're colored now and how they will be changing their coloring as they mature into adulthood. But the headline for today, not if, but when. The story by Scott Miller tells of how another summer saw the largest wildfires on record in the state. And Vail Fire Chief Mark Novak told the town council this week that he expects a significant incident in the next decade. So learn more about that in today's paper. Also headlining today, opening the outdoors, Walking Mountains urging local groups to collaborate in efforts to receive environmental justice funding. You can learn more about that story from John LeConte on page A2. And also in today's paper, we have a new Spanish radio station, El Puente. It's bridging Eagle County's cultural divide. That story is by Kelly Duncan. And then Vail Police arrest 4 for burglary and stolen vehicles. We had a ton of vehicles being stolen in the last year. You can learn more about this in today's paper. Also, Vail Symposiums talk tonight. They're going to be talking about rare earth elements, and we're going to have Claire Noble from Vail Symposium talking about the launch of their summer programs, tonight's program, and their 50th anniversary. So find out more in today's paper. That is going to be a Zoom webinar, so you can watch it from the comfort of your home. So kind of neat to be able to do that. But hey, let's check in with the chat. Once again, you have the chat feature if you're watching us via Facebook or via YouTube. If you're watching via vaildaily.com or vaildailylive.com, you won't be able to chat with us, but we've got hello. Hi, Scott. Happy we're back. Yes, Gail, we're happy too. And yep, it's going to be a great day out there. So please interact with us. Let us know what you want to see. If you have questions during our interviews, we'll try to answer them for you. But I think we're ready to take it outside. Okay, we're going to check in with Ken Hovey, and he's going to learn more about road biking in the Vail Valley.
Oh, you're with us. Awesome. Trisha, you know this handsome devil. Michael
Yes.
Bell, good to see you this morning. Great to have you here. Yeah. Look at this. Road biking in the Vail Valley. First thing, I'm not going to reprimand him, Trisha. I mean, I call it the Eagle River Valley. There's a lot of road biking. There's a lot of road biking in our valley. Joining me right now, Mike, you can hold on to that. We've got some full screens of it, and also we've got some more about the rides and stuff. Good to see you, first of all, this morning.
It's good seeing you.
Oh, whoops. What happened? Oh, there we are.
Here for the spring has arrived.
Yeah, a lot of road bikers out there, and that's where we wanted to bring you on. So often we see guidebooks for our valley that are focused on hiking or mountain biking. You've taken a slightly different approach. This is the only book I know of that encompasses purely road biking in our valley.
Yeah, and that's how I got the idea, Ken, is several years ago. The book's been out about 6 or 7 years now, and several years ago I got the idea, having seen a mountain biking Eagle book, having seen a Vail Hiking Trails book, to do a bike for road biking, because we really have some great road biking rides here in the valley, and it's not just Vail Pass. I think the person that comes here on vacation, the second homeowner, they may know about Vail Pass, they may know about Tennessee Pass, but we actually have some great riding in our local neighborhoods where there's 3, 4, 5, up to 10-mile climbs, very, very little traffic, beautiful scenery, and nobody really knows about it.
Yeah.
It's not a full-time resident.
And the bikes have been out. You know, as soon as the roads are thawed, you see a lot of road bikers out here. We have a lot of, Josiah Mid-Owls that live in this valley. And then we also have, the more novice riders that they just want to get out there and get the exercise. And it seems like we have the road trails for just about everybody.
Yeah, we do. And, one thing I detail in the book is the difficulty of the rides. The book looks at about 20 different rides, and they would vary anywhere from a very easy ride, maybe like riding your bike down to Eagle and back, or riding up to Beaver Creek, which would be kind of a short beginner level climb, all the way to the Leadville Loop, which is a very difficult ride with multiple climbs, or riding from Vail over to Aspen.
And you've done all these rides?
I've done them all many, many times.
Look at those legs, man. Man's got some stems on him. What's your favorite ride?
My favorite ride is probably either, I'll give you two. I love riding up to the Cordillera Summit. That's about a 9.5 mile climb off of Highway 6. It comes off on the south side between Edwards and Wolcott. And another ride I really like is Basher Gulch, where you start basically at the west parking lot to Beaver Creek and ride up over, up past the Basher Gulch Hotel.
Yeah, I know that.
Carlton.
Big difference between you and I is I've driven them in my car, right? And especially the top of the Cordillera one. I think people are just amazed. You get up into Cordillera, it's beautiful. You go a little bit further and you're like, whoa. And then you go a little further, you get to the top, and it just blows your mind.
Yeah, most people have no idea that you can ride 9.75 miles off of the highway to get to the top of Cordillera.
And then you got that wonderful downhill, my friend. Just, wind in your hair. I don't have much hair, but, a great ride down. Let's talk about the Colorado River Road, right? I'm not sure if is that in the book?
That is in the book.
That, to me, is one of the most beautiful. It can be a little harrowing sometimes with the road traffic on there. And that's where I want to go. Some of these more popular rides on areas like that might be intimidating to riders because they don't want to deal with bike traffic or they don't want to deal with vehicle traffic. What kind of advice do you have to riders, picking up the book, going on rides, might be a little intimidated by, vehicle traffic?
Yeah, here in the valley, there's a lot of these neighborhood rides that have very little vehicle traffic once you get above the gate. And a few examples of those would be Mountain Star. So you can ride Mountain Star.
That's on the north side. Sorry, we got our Bud Light truck firing up right now. That's the beauty of live TV. And if you're wondering where we are right now, we decided to come out in front of the Kind Bikes and Skis because Mike's book is available there. We'll let him get out of there. I don't know. All of a sudden, I'm like in the mood for a Bud Light. Adios, beer man. It's early. We got him out here. All right, we can get back to it.
Okay.
North side of the highway?
Yeah, so really the only people that would drive up there would be the homeowners. And same with Cordillera once you get behind the gate. Same with Basher Gulch. Same with Bellyache Ridge is another. I think Bellyache Ridge would be the most difficult climb in the Vail Valley. And it comes off the south side of the highway down in Wolcott. And the thing with Bellyache, the only way you would ever drive up there is if you lived up there. Mm-hmm. The road doesn't go.
No, that's a great point because there are so many beautiful spots. And the nice thing about these hill climbs, you get to the top, the view changes, it gets even better, and then, like they like to say, it's all downhill from here on your way back.
Yeah, and anybody that's nervous about cars, I wouldn't really worry about that on a lot of these climbs because sometimes, many times, you'll see more bicyclists than cars.
Let me see this book once again. I'm just going to randomly open it up. And I'm going to ask Mike about this one. All right, here we are. Wild Ridge, 7.35 mile loop. This one looks good. I like this too. He has his author's insight, a little local knowledge on this. Tell us more about the Wild Ridge run, loop.
Well, Wild Ridge is another neighborhood ride. It starts out on it's a little bit busier road than some of the other neighborhood rides just because there's some commercial businesses at the bottom of Wild Ridge. But once you get up a couple miles, again, very low traffic, moderate difficulty ride, not near as hard as its neighbor, Mountain Star to the east is a significantly steeper climb than Wild Ridge.
But I like this. You actually address the steepness on here. I'll show this to you. On Cordillera, you even have it broken down in the elevation gain over the distance travel. I mean, you've done your homework, Mike.
We've tried.
All right, as we wrap it up, 2 questions. Well, it's a one. I want 2 answers. Easiest ride, like for someone watching right now, they're like, hey, I want to go out on a leisurely ride on my road bike. And then for the Josiah mid-owls out there that are like, I want to push my heart. What are your 2 tricks for today?
Yeah, so I'd say the easiest ride would either be down the Eagle or maybe riding your bike up to the Beaver Creek ski area, which pretty mellow gradient. It's about a 3-mile climb. The hardest ride on there would probably be the last ride that I detail, which is called the Octopus. And I must say I've never had enough courage to do it myself, but it's the brainchild of Eric Dwarf, who's a local surgeon here in town, and his good friend Scott Bandoni. And in that ride, they do 8 different climbs in one day. They do, all the climbs are detailed in the book, but they do the Wolcott Divide, they do Bellyache Ridge, they do Cordillera, Basher Gulch, Battle Mountain, Vail Pass, Mountain Star, and Wild Ridge.
This book I'm blown away. It is so detailed. Great job on it. A lot of people excited to pick this up. It is road biking, I'm going to say it, in the Vail Valley.
Find it at all the local bike shops. The Bookworm bookstore here in Edward sells it.
And you just got a fresh batch in. I understood these things sold out. You can get them now.
Last year they sold out, and it was hard to get them reprinted because of COVID, but there'll be plenty of books this summer.
I like this. See, now you're speaking my language right here. You got a couple ads in there. Bender's Burgers. That'd be a great way to finish it up, right? Hey, Mike, great to see you today.
You too,
Mike, good information. And you know what I'm thinking, Tricia, automatically? Road biking in the Vail Valley, Father's Day. This is a great Father's Day gift.
It definitely
That's
is.
a picture of Tricia on the back of the book.
Oh, I recognize her. Awesome.
I took all the pictures for the book.
Tricia, I stole your husband for just a little while. It was great to see him. And it is road biking season, so make sure you pick up your book.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye, sweetie. All right. Yeah. My husband has a flip phone, so I took all the photos in the road biking in the Vail Valley book. And that cover photo was from the Green Bridge over by Red Cliff. Really cool ride. You can go all the way down to Leadville if you want. And road biking. I love mountain biking in the Vail Valley, but it's nice to mix it up with road biking as well. And there's a lot of road biking groups for co-eds as well as some female groups. So get out there and ride today. I think it would be a great day to ride today. All right, Rachel, are we going to be doing
Ty standing by.
okay. Oh, we got Ty standing by. Ty, you're on the road bike path, and it's almost bike to work day. That'll be the last week of June, where we're encouraged to ride our bikes to work. We usually have to be to work so early; it's sometimes still dark out. But have you seen many bikers out on the path?
I will have to say no, not yet. But I have been wanting to get over to Transition Sports in Avon and pick up one of their electric bikes so I can get out and explore pretty much what I'm talking about, just seeing where we live from a different perspective. We see bikes on the road, we see people walking in the road, Highway 6, but there's a path all over town covered by, maybe lawn and nature and this whole thing. It's not like the city to know where your sidewalks and your roads tend to meet in the crosswalks, but maybe get a map and just learn your way around or get out of the car and see for yourself that, and maybe point people in the right direction on where these paths are. Where I am now, golf course to one side of me, beautiful greens, and there's signs everywhere, not just limited to this golf course, but I'm pretty much in the Beaver Creek area, but there's signs saying bears live here. So you might see that when you're on your bike, driving in your cars. Just be aware, not just of cyclists, but of nature and wildlife. But look at this view of Avon and just how today is looking all together gorgeous. Now that we're looking on the north side of Avon and the north side of I-70, just gorgeous. And behind me, you see Nottingham Park and Nottingham Lake right there. What a beautiful place. Now, again, I need to get a bike myself. Got to work off the COVID 50. They say television. Television puts 20 pounds on you, and I've heard from the viewers, Ty, you're looking kind of different on TV than in person, more stealth. But no, this is the real me. 50 pounds on live stream. Trisha, what do you think? You've known me for a while. Am I Professor Clumping it or what?
You're looking good, man. You're looking good.
I pay you too much to say nice things to me.
All right, cool. Hey, I like that vantage point that you're at. I like the different angles that we can see Avon from above and Nottingham Lake. Yeah.
Fantastic. You see the Western Gondola strewing through here. That's the route that it takes. There's the Seasons building. I mean, and you can also see just new areas develop in Avon that maybe we didn't know was going on. Get out and discover where you live.
Okay, perfect. All right. Thank you, Ty. We'll be back with Ty. He's going to be exploring Avon for us. And he'll also be checking in with the Vail Country Club, a brand new business that's going to help improve your swing and show you a good time as well. We've got more coming up. We're actually going to do the weather right now, right, Rachel? All right. Weather report brought to you by Betteridge, fine jewelry and watches with exceptional service since 1897. They're located right in Solaris. And we had Ashley LaFleur there yesterday with Lance. events showing some amazing jewels. So they really have wonderful estate jewelry, watches, and designer jewelry. But for today, a beautiful day. Today and tomorrow, I think, are going to be the nicest days of the week. Just a slight chance of an isolated shower. Temperatures rising into the 70s and even the 80s, maybe down Valley and Gypsum. And if you go all the way down to Glenwood Springs, they're going to be even warmer. So really nice, a little cool this morning. Last night, it was so nice when the temperature drops down into the 40s, even the 30s. Open that window. It's great to sleep with that nice, fresh mountain air. But as we look at the next couple of days, Friday, a high of 77, clear all throughout the day. Saturday, we might see an isolated shower in the afternoon, but still warm temperatures in the mid 70s. And same thing for Sunday. Monday, we could see a little bit more cloud cover and be overcast throughout the day, but temperatures still nice for the weekend activities. We have a lot of things going on this weekend. We'll get to those more throughout the show. Vail Daily Live is with you for 90 minutes from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. That's Mountain Standard Time, just in case you're watching us from a different time zone. We'll be back with more after this.
Do you dream of owning land near the biggest lakes, tallest 14ers, and the best gold in Colorado? How about right in the heart of ski country? Would it be worth a $75 raffle ticket for a chance to win it? You can own land in Twin Lakes and help St. Vincent Hospital Foundation raise funds. The drawing for this half-acre residential lot is June 24th. Buy your tickets today at coloradolandrush.com.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outletsatsilverthorne.com for current sales and events.
When you get ready as early as I do, sometimes you don't have time to eat breakfast. So I just decided to bring it all in here, and I was going to make one of my smoothies that I make pretty much every single day if I have all the ingredients. And smoothie, it's such a great way to start your day. It's a great way to sneak some vegetables into your life, maybe some spinach or kale. I think kale is so good because it's such a superfood. Also celery. I didn't have celery this morning, but I don't like celery in particular, plain. But if I can sneak it into a smoothie with some apples as well, it really kills the taste for me. And then it gives me all the vitamins and the fiber that you're going to find in celery. But we've got just a few little ingredients we're putting in today. And then I like to add, after I add the berries, I like to add things like chia seeds or flax seeds, and you can find them ground up already, which is nice. And then my new secret ingredient has been the powdered peanut butter. This is great because it really adds a nice little sweet treat. Now, some people might say, oh, that's adding too much sugar, but sometimes you just gotta get it down with something that tastes really good. So smoothie today, these are just ingredients from my house. You can also stop by Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea Roasters. So they have their new location in Beaver Creek. We've been up there a couple times talking to Chris Pryor, and he said that they're going to start making smoothies in the mornings for people that want to just have maybe a coffee and a little bit of a nutrition, little meal for them now. Okay, we're going to see how this works. Sometimes my NutriBullet likes to leak a little and things get all over the place. This one's a little old, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes today. And I'm going to spare you the noise. I'll put the microphone over there. And then we'll have at it. Okay, here we go. Ooh, okay, looking good. I like to make sure I add enough liquid so it's still kind of liquefied. I don't want to eat this with a spoon. So, okay, here we go. All right, I think this is gonna be a good one. But once again, I love, if you can put kale in here, and a lot of times you can buy the pre-packaged. Oh, a little chunky, but I think it'll do. All right, perfect.
Hey Trish, while you're drinking your smoothie, you want to go out to Ken? He's standing by with some kayak stuff.
Okay, all right. Rachel just asked me if we want to go to Ken. Yeah, Ken, what do we have out there? You got some kayak stuff?
Yeah. I think we're
Okay,
good.
hi, Ken.
Trisha. How are you?
I'm good. I got a smoothie. I'll save some for you when you come back, okay?
Yes, please. I mean, it'll help with the dad bod. Another thing that helps with dad bod and all things exercise and fitness is kayaking, stand-up paddling, outdoor sports. And I know I talk about them a lot, but since we were just joined by Mike moments ago talking about riding bikes here in the Eagle River Valley, I wanted to share more about stand-up paddling and kayaks, because so often people, they see it on the river, they watch people go by, and then that's it. And they think, well, how do I get involved in that? And what kind of gear do I need? I decided to take it upon myself to share that with you. I am here at Alpine Quest Sports. It's in Edwards, right across from the Kind on the opposite side of Highway 6. And Sean Glacken and his crew here do such a good job at properly outfitting people to get out on the river, and also doing lessons through Alpine Kayak. The board that you have behind me, come on in here, Henry. A couple things that you're looking for. Now, I know that you could just go to Costco and pick up any board. Boards like this is what you're really looking for. Now, this is called the River Shred. This is from Badfish SUP. They're based out of Salida, Colorado. And unlike boards that you use, say on the lake or flat water or in the ocean, this board is specifically designed to get out on the river. It's really wide, right? And what do we know? Stability is a good thing. Wider is better. And also this board, has what's called rocker, a lot of rocker. You can see it really kicks up in the front. And the reason for that is that when you're going down the river and you're going through waves, you want the bow of this board to ride up over the top. Another nice thing, it's got fins that are removable. They're also, check this out, Trisha, they're rubber. And the reason that you use these soft fins like this is because what makes rapids? Water and rocks. And if you hit a rock, it won't break off. So this is a great board. It's made out of a material called drop stitch. So in between these two layers right here are thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of fibers that hold it together and give it its strength. It's incredibly stiff. This one's not topped off, but when these boards are fully pumped up, these inflatables are as hard as a rock. So that's your stand-up paddleboard. And come around here, whitewater kayaks. This is one of my favorite boats there is. This is called the Jackson Kayak Zen, and Sean's got them locked up, of course. Can't pull it down, but one thing I wanted to share with you, volume. The back of the boat has a lot of volume. The front of the boat has a lot of volume. These are made out of a roto-molded technique in plastic. Pretty light, very durable, very strong, very stable, and also pretty easy to roll. And if you're wondering about working on your roll or working on your kayaking, that is where Alpine Quest Sports comes into play. At Alpine Kayak, they have their school. Also, you'll want to go online and check out their classes throughout the summer, because they have a very popular kids program that will take place. I don't know the exact dates. My kids took it. Lots of our friends' kids have taken it. They take them to the pond, they take them to the lake, and then they take them to the upper Colorado. They do it over a 1-week period, and it really shows kids not only how to paddle down the river, but also how to do it safely. It shows them a bit more respect for the river, and I could not encourage you more. If you're looking for a great summer camp for your kids, give them a call. Alpine Quest Sports. Back to you, Trisha. Water is rising. It's looking good. My phone, Trisha, we have like this Eagle Surf Club for the Eagle Wave, and all the boys this morning, hey, it's at 1,350 CFS. Let's hit the river. So now is the time.
Hey, Ken, I wanted to ask you a little bit about fly fishing, because we're going to talk a little bit about Fly Fishing Outfitters. You do a lot of fishing off of your stand-up paddleboard.
I do, yeah. I actually designed a board. It's called the O2 Pioneer. It's from NSP. It is specifically designed to stand-up paddleboard fish. And so often folks think that when you are fishing off your paddleboard on the river, like you have to stand and cast. That's not the case. So often we actually use the boards as like a floating boat dock. So you can kind of paddle to where you're going and then sit down and use your feet to kick around and turn and to cast. They're awesome for access. Unlike so many times that you have got to have a boat ramp to, let's say put your boat in or out, your dory, your raft. It's easy enough with a stand-up paddleboard just to throw it in and take it out just about anywhere you want. And the fly fishing's been good. We've seen quite a few rafts this morning headed to the river. And normally this time of the year, the river is blown out and it's challenging to get to those fish. Good water levels, and also as they drop throughout the latter part of the season, this is the place to be. The Eagle River is ideal for fly fishing, and we're going to learn more in just a bit.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Ken, for that report. And want to give you some details. We have Fly Fishing Outfitters located in Avon, right next to Agave, and they've been around since 1992. They're the only locally owned Orvis endorsed shop here in the Vail Valley, and they do Orvis clinics. They have Orvis schools that'll be happening all throughout the summer, and they're 2-day clinics. A lot of times they happen over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, or a Thursday, Friday, or even a Monday, Tuesday. So you can kind of work it into your schedule. There are quite a few offered in June. The next one will be this weekend, the 5th and 6th, and then also the 12th and 13th, 17th and 18th, 21st, 22nd. So like I said, a lot in June, also some in July, classes in August. John Packer was just here on Sunday to let us know more about that. So if you want to get into the sport, it's such a relaxing sport to do. Honestly, when you are trying to focus on what you learned during your lesson, especially if you're a beginner like I am, you're just so focused on your technique, focused on looking and trying to aim your fly where you want it to go. You're trying to trick that fish into thinking that's actually a delicious little morsel, but it's just your little fly that you wanted to eat. The salmon hatch is over. Sorry about that, but if you missed it, look for it next year. The salmon fly hatch, excuse me. And we've got some cool video of some fly fishing down in a river down in southern Colorado that we'll let you know about later. But Rachel and Meredith, what do we have next? What are we going on to? We got the Fly Fishing Report. Thank you once again, John Packer and the crew over at Fly Fishing Outfitters.
We got Ty standing by an 8 on
Okay.
slide.
Ty. I'm gonna have a bite of my drinking my smoothie. All right, Ty. Hey,
Yes.
Ty. All right,
yes, Ty.
Boy, you are moving fast. You were all over Avon.
Time machine. It's a time machine.
Time machine.
Yes. All
Ty,
right. Yep.
it's
I'm
Ty
moving
travel.
around. I don't know. I mean, Trisha, you do this too, but for years of my living here, I've been like a concierge. I've been a bartender. I've been a snowboard instructor, radio DJ, whatever, giving directions on where to go, how to get there, and who's got the deals and the sales. And I'm a big fan of local business. And, through the pandemic, we've definitely did our part as a community to support local business that stayed open. Where I am right now is Chapel Place, or Chapel Square, however you might know it, in Avon. And here's what you'll find: a family-owned business, Gondola Pizza. I am a fan of their wings, their Cobb salad, their pizza. The kids eat free. I don't have kids, but this is one of those places that you want to discover and support local business and be a family in a family environment right here in the heart of Avon. Discover that in Chapel Place. Next door, we'll find Wish's Toy Store, and who doesn't love a good sale? When they open, they'll pull those racks outside, kind of rummage through some old-style games, new-style games, kids' clothing, you name it. Get out and about, discover Avon. A lot of changes. Then next door, every year, people wonder, when does Nozawa's start their deal on the off-season deals for the locals and for those that are in town? Discount on dinner entrees and sushi. That's happening right now. 20% off all day off the dinner menu entrees. Hibachi teppanyaki, brand new on that side. The place is just in flames all the time. And of course, on sushi rolls, 20% off, specifically sushi rolls. Don't be afraid to ask your server about that. But the reason why I'm here is because a little further down the way are some new businesses in Avon that we may have heard about, haven't seen yet. And I'll try to point them out. We have the new Cohab Pod Hotel that used to be the old Outback back in the day. And then we have Transition Sports, where I referenced earlier about getting rental bikes, but you can also do consignment of your gear, of any of your winter sports, your water sports, whatever you're into, golf, new and consignment available there. And then the Vail Golf Lounge, the Vail Country Club. There you'll find what we were discussing earlier. We were there maybe last week sometime. Simulator golf, indoor, and you can improve your game, get your golf lessons. If it's your schedule, it's right in a location that you can get to between your lunch break and back to the office or kids' practices and however your day goes. You need that one spot to go to get that other lesson in. Very ambitious. Make your way inside of there. We'll be talking with Kenny Thayer later on when he makes his way here. It's a lot of fun. They also have a liquor license, which gives them bar hours. You can play simulator golf over 100 golf course ranges around the world to choose from at 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, rain or shine. It's always sunny and 70s there. Am I going too far?
No, that's great. Ty, you could have, you could play Pebble Beach on the simulator and have, enjoy a glass of Farniente. I mean, it's pretty classy over there.
That's what I hear. I can't say that I've been there a bunch. I'm just going to do my shoulders.
I know. Okay. All right. Perfect. Well, we'll check in with Ty later and get some more details about some of those businesses he was mentioning in Avon. And I hear that we might even see him take a swing at the golf ball with a TrackMan simulator. But right now, I want to give you some details on the weather. Sounds like the wind is picking up a little bit for Ty out there, but we really have just a slight chance of showers, maybe just 10% this afternoon. Wind southeast, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So not too bad in that department either. I think today and tomorrow are going to be the nicest day of the week. We'll see highs in the 70s. We'll see up to 77 for tomorrow. And really clear skies for your Friday, which should be great for the Michael Franti concert, which still has tickets available for tomorrow night. It's going to be over at the Ford Amphitheater, and you can get tickets still at grfavail.com. And the show starts at 7:30. Doors open at 6:30. We'll be right back. The Vail Symposium is joining us next.
They were really trying to push the limits of Cordillera, and at this point in time, Cordillera wasn't ready for this house. The site and the views that you can see out here, really, so we really tried to make it just all about the view. So you walk in that front door and you just open up and see everything out there in space. And the panoramas across the valley are just outstanding. So it was really easy. That really just helped lay it all out on the site really well for us. It's a really unique property. We put two 35-acre parcels together here for the client and went through a pretty exhaustive process, but it's pretty unique to have this kind of individual estate sitting on such a large format property inside a gated community. It doesn't exist anywhere else in the Vail Valley.
Welcome back to Vail Daily Live. Joining me now, we have Claire Noble, and she is with the Vail Symposium celebrating their 50th anniversary this season. And you're going to kick off your summer programs tonight.
Yeah, we have a program tonight on rare earth elements or rare earth minerals. And we have all different aspects of this topic. So we have a geologist whose specialty is economics. We have a supply chain expert, because that's kind of one of the issues with rare earth elements, because most of them right now come out of China. And so, and the thing is, they're also really critical for things like electric vehicles, but also for fighter jets.
Yeah, yeah. People think about rare earth metals, and I think about, high school or junior high and learning about the
I love
different stones
geology.
and different things like that. But
Yes.
yeah, why is it something? And isn't it something that America was manufacturing and kind of in the business of? They kind of got out of it.
Exactly.
China got more into it, and now we're dependent on the supply chain.
Yeah,
again.
this shift started happening in the 90s. We used to mine rare earth elements quite a bit, but they're not actually rare. The thing is, you have to move a lot of soil to get to them. And so the extraction is really dirty and really damaging to the environment. China was happy to pick up the slack. So now we've got to figure out ways to do it so it's not so damaging to the environment.
Okay.
And there may be ways of extracting them from coal waste. So
Okay.
hopefully we'll get into that tonight and find out if that's even feasible.
And so tonight it's going to still be Zoom style, which you've been
Yes.
doing throughout COVID, and you
Yeah.
decided to kind of continue with that tonight.
For just a little bit longer. But then we're thinking going forward, because people seem to have adapted to the Zoom environment,
Yeah.
is do about half of our programs in person and about a half
Yeah.
Zoom, so that people that come to our programs, they're second homeowners and they're somewhere else at their other home, but they see a program they like, they can see it on Zoom.
Yeah. And you know what's so neat about that is we've all gotten used to consuming information through Zoom during COVID. And it is kind of nice because you can reach people beyond the Vail Valley if they can't make it.
Yeah, and I also think for people, they like having shared experiences. That's why we go listen to live music or we go to these live lectures, because we're doing it with other people. And there's just something special about that connection, that we're all kind of appreciating this at the same time.
And now, who is this for? What type of person would enjoy this kind of program?
Well, I like to describe us as cool nerds, but I was talking with one of our board members yesterday. When she came to the Valley, she said there was a lot of sports and a lot of music, but she was looking for something intellectual. So somebody who's wants to, let's say, continue their education, but not necessarily enroll in college classes, who's curious about a wide range of activities. We're for them.
Yeah, this is lifelong learning. I always feel smarter after I've been to a Vail Symposium event. And I like how you mentioned that, yeah, we've got live music, we've got sporting events, we commune over those activities. But if you can throw some education in there, some hot topics, some world events, it makes us more well-rounded.
Yeah, we had a program a few years ago on Alzheimer's.
Yes.
Really popular program because it's something that people are very concerned about. And somebody asked the speaker if doing things like the New York Times crossword puzzle or doing Sudoku would improve their brain. And her distinction was, you should try to learn new things.
Yes.
And that's what you can come do at our programs.
Yeah. So this is the first program for the summer tonight. And then what other programs, what other topics are you covering?
Well, we have everything from the Colorado Secretary of State, the Colorado Attorney General. We have an ambassador coming in July. In August, we have a program that maybe here you guys at the Vail Daily would be interested in. We have two venerable journalists coming, Al Hunt and Judy Woodruff. They have decades of experience. And I mean, Al Hunt joined a newsroom in the mid 60s. Can you imagine how different that must have been than today? And they've worked in different mediums, from print media to doing things online. Judy is still on, one of the hosts of PBS. So they've worked in all different kinds of mediums. So that's going to be a fascinating program about how the landscape of media has changed over the last 4 or 5 decades.
Yes.
We also have a historical reenactor coming. We had him 2 years ago, really popular. He's going to do Thomas Jefferson one night and Theodore Roosevelt the next night.
Oh, that's so cool. And you can kind of just almost go back in time, and the way they speak and their mannerisms and everything, it's like a one-man play.
It is, exactly. And he says it's always a little bit different. The historian's name is Clay Jenkinson. He hosts the Jefferson Hour podcast. So he's kind of a Jeffersonian scholar. And he becomes this character. When he came 2 years ago, he was John Wesley Powell.
Wow.
missing an
Oh,
arm and
yes.
everything. And it worked out great because that year was the 150th anniversary of John Wesley Powell's exploration of the Green River,
Yes.
went down the Grand Canyon, named it the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then that ties into history of here and some of
Yeah.
the runs and trails that are named after
Yep.
him. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay. So that's so cool. And then I also want to mention that it's your 50th anniversary.
That's right. We're the second oldest nonprofit in the Valley after Ski and Snowboard Club, and started in 1971. Terry Minger was Vail's town manager at the time, and they started doing it once a year. So it was a couple of days once a year to try to envision what did Vail want to be when it grew up.
Yeah, kind of a think tank. type
It's
of thing.
where the Ford Amphitheater came from. It's where the bike trails, the
Wow.
bus, the free bus
Yes.
in town. And so then it started changing over time and was spun off out of the actual town of Vail government. And we've had different formats and different emphasis, but now our emphasis tends to be hot topics. So things like voting or Colorado's lawsuit against Google or geopolitical.
Yep.
So we have our ambassador coming, and that's going to be a wide-ranging foreign policy discussion. We have programs coming up later in the season on Iran and on China. And then we do other things that, let's say we take a walk on the wild side. So next week we have a program on near-death experiences.
Okay, I was going to ask you about this. Your consciousness series, that has become very popular. A lot of
Yes.
times these sell out. I went to one on dreams many years ago, and it's fascinating. And you have such expert speakers.
Oh, Dr. Bruce Grayson, who's coming next week, he's been studying near-death experiences for 45 years.
Wow.
He teaches at the University of Virginia, just came out with a book on this, but he's one of the world's experts on this, highly credible. And then we have a program I'm really looking forward to in September on precognition. And this is a researcher, Northwestern University, where they can show that you can affect or understand things that are happening
Before they happen.
exactly.
I just got goosebumps on my body talking about this. Oh, this is so cool. And how do you get your speakers? I mean, you must have such a network over 50 years, and it's probably not hard to get people to come to Vail.
That's true. But for the people who it is, we have Zoom now.
Yep.
That's actually how we get some of our speakers, because they really can't take 3 days out of their schedule to come fly out here, speak, and then go back. So we have people who contact us and say, I just read this book. Can you try to get this author?
Yeah.
We have a programming committee. They come with ideas. Sometimes out of the blue, we'll get somebody who'll call us and say, like our ambassador who's coming in July, I'm going to be in Colorado this summer. Love
Would you
to
like
speak
me
at
to
the Vail.
speak?
That almost never
Oh.
happens.
You're like,
so I'm like really thrilled when it does.
Yeah. Oh, that's so awesome. All right. So we're kicking it off tonight. How do we get the Zoom link, and what's the cost, and how does all that work so we're ready?
So for now, our Zoom programs are free.
Okay.
So if you go to
Oh, wow.
vailsymposium.org, they've been free since the beginning of the
Yeah.
pandemic.
Mhm.
You go to vailsymposium.org, register for the program. You'll get emailed a link to the program. Once we start having our programs in person again, which will be mid-July, then we'll go back to our $25 fee.
Yeah, which is still, such a
Hasn't changed in years.
inexpensive and so well
Yeah.
worth it. And like you said, you walk out of that room, or like I said, I feel like I walk out of that room smarter because of what I've just learned and what I've just heard.
And that's my goal. That's how I define a successful program. If you learned something new, not how many people came or anything like that. If you learned something new that evening.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Claire, thanks for your time this
Thanks
morning.
for having me on.
And a website to find out more?
vailsymposium.org.
Okay, 50 years, the second oldest nonprofit here in the Vail Valley, and they're kicking off their programming tonight. So go to their website for the free Zoom and educate yourself this evening with our rare earth metals. We've got more Vail Daily Live coming your way. Stay with us.
Plastic surgery isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. At Mangett Plastic Surgery Institute and Skincare, from the moment you walk in the door, we want you to feel confident and empowered, while our team of specialists help you find the best version of yourself. With two of the nation's leading plastic surgeons right here in the mountains, we have one goal: personalized care with exceptional results. Mangett Plastic Surgery Institute and Skincare. Your beauty should be effortless.
dream of owning land near the biggest lakes, tallest 14ers, and the best gold Colorado? How about right in the heart of ski country? Would it be worth a $75 raffle ticket for a chance to win it? You can own land in Twin Lakes and help St. Vincent Hospital Foundation raise funds. The drawing for this half-acre residential lot is June 24th. Buy your tickets today at coloradolandrush.com.
Today, she's one of our hosts of the week. Meredith, what's your kitty's name? Bandit, you little rascal, trying to get over there. That's so funny. You're like, I'm just trying to put my makeup on. He's like, will you wear me? Will you take me along? I'm your scarf. But hey, we want to see your videos. We also want you to subscribe to us. You can watch us live, of course, 7 days a week, 7:30 to 8:30, 7 to 8:30 Mountain Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook. And then you can also watch us on vaildaily.com, vaildailylive.com, and then you can catch us on demand. And we're going to be on YouTube and Facebook once again. We're also going to be on Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Roku, however you get your on-demand shows, that's where we're going to be. But subscribe to us so then you can get the alerts. You can get the little ding that, hey, this is coming up. I get the Facebook alert on my phone every morning saying, hey, you're about to go live. So it's always good to stay in touch, and you can watch us from different cities, different states, different countries, and keep in touch with what's going to be going on throughout the Vail Valley. This afternoon, don't forget, we have some live music happening over at the Lookout Lobby Bar at the West End. That'll be from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. It's going to be out on the terrace. So even if you're down by the pool, you could still hear the music. But the West End has been such a great place for live music for many, many years. And this terrace stage, if you will, is going to be a new thing. But are we ready to go to Ty? Not quite. Okay. All right, Ty. What's going on down there? It looks like you've made it inside the Vail Country Club, which I love it. It's not actually in Vail. It's in Avon.
It's in the Vail area. It's in Eagle County, and everything about this area then would be Vail. Ty Diaz broadcasting live at the Vail Country Club, Chapel Square, Chapel Place, with the owner, creator. This is Kenny Thayer. And Kenny, so 1 month you all have been here, and you're getting your legs underneath you. How's it been?
It's been good. It's been good. I got my dishwasher fixed now. My lights all work. All that good stuff. Some of the growing pains, but it's been awesome.
All right. So here we are. You have the Vail Country Club with a full bar, which is one of the questions. Tell us about this. It looks really swank. I imagine this place is open in the evening times, and it can get pretty late. And but at the same time, playing simulator golf. Tell us about your bar.
Yeah. So I think we've got some great booze. We have happy hour from 3 to 6 every day. It's $1 off beers and wine. We're here till 9 and 10 o'clock at night. And honestly, if you're here hanging out drinking, we'll be here until you guys want to leave. Yeah, we're going to have the NFL package coming up. We've got a bunch of great TVs with a bunch of different sports. And Ty, you sampled some of this booze, so you can reiterate on that.
If you would like, we could talk about it here. So come on down to the Vail Country Club, and we can talk about what I've sampled. So full bar, local beers on draft. We have wine, you can find that. Some favorites, some Fuente, if I'm pronouncing that right, by the glass. Forniente.
Yeah,
but let's get
Amos,
into
Jordan.
some
Nice
of the names
wines.
that we love. But the Vail Country Club, simulator golf, people know this. And rain or shine, it's always sunny and 70s here. You have 2 simulator golf bays for adults, family-friendly, kid-friendly. Let's kind of step over into this zone so people can see what's going on. And we have our live action figure. Your daughter's here today. Come on in.
Yeah, so I've got McKenna here. We've been working on her golf swing, which is pretty awesome. We're doing junior clinics. They're from 9 to 12, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're also doing a ladies clinic from 6 to 7. And then these TrackMan golf simulators are awesome. If you can see all McKenna's numbers here, it actually is showing where she hits the ball on the face. It's talking about her speed, her path, her angle of attack. And truly, you can just get better faster. Mickey, why don't you go ahead and hit a couple shots here, and let's see. We're going to put you on the spot, and then we can look at your numbers.
All right, and I'll have you stand here so you can be heard while you just guide her.
Okay.
And you can stand like, yeah, they can see her. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, hit another one. So right now, we've got her face angle at 10.7, right? So this morning, maybe she's a little cold, but we're struggling square in the face. But it basically tells you her club path was perfect at 4 degrees. Her club speed is 67 miles an hour. We're trying to get that up. We're trying to get her some more speed so she can hit it longer. There's a ton of factors involved in distance with, why don't you go keep hitting, honey? But obviously hitting in the center of the club, you can see she hit that one a little out low on the toe, spinning it a little too much. So it's pretty awesome in here. You can really dial in your swing. And again, it's a perfect setting to learn, always 70 and sunny. And yeah, she's going to be competing in some junior events this summer. We're excited, and she's hitting it a little sideways right now, so we got to work it out.
So with this simulator right now, we're at the driving range, and what you find with your simulators here are the things that can help you improve your game with the numbers right down below, things that you don't see and get when you're out on the course. This is a great place even to get some coaching from you.
Oh, I'm standing in front of the TrackMan, so it's not picking up. That's not good.
Hey, Ty, have Kenny tell us about this TrackMan and why it's such a coveted machine. I mean, this pretty much is the granddad. I mean, this is the Mac Daddy of all simulators.
Yeah, so TrackMan was designed essentially is to help you with your golf game. If you see all the tour players, they've got one of these behind them. They have their coach there with their iPad, looking at their data, looking at their speed, their spin, and what's going on. You know, we've got 100 different golf courses. It's a ton of fun. So they've kind of branched out into, they've got games for kids and dinosaurs and closest to the pin. It's great for groups and parties. You know, VCC, we had a bachelor party here. We've had a few birthday parties. So you can have 8 people all playing, shooting to different targets with dinosaurs. Trisha, I know you've done that as well. Or if you want to get down to business, you can sit here. Keep hitting, honey. You can sit here and work on your game, work on all your numbers. You know, I can't tell you how often I see people on the range. They're hitting it left. They're hitting it right. They don't really know why. We're here. It'll tell you your path was 10 degrees to the left. Your face was 5 degrees open. So essentially it's turning your 7-iron into 8-iron. You're losing distance. You're losing power. And that's why these things are so awesome is you can understand your golf swing. You can understand why the ball is doing what it's doing, and then you can hopefully fix it. So, and that's what we're working on right here.
So when it comes to playing this game, bring your golf clubs. You can see people loading up from the parking lot all the way into here with theirs. But of course, you want to get a tee time. How does that work with Vail Country Club?
Yeah, so it's just like a golf course. If you go to www.vailcountryclub.com, you go online. This is Simulator 1. We have 2 simulators. That would be Sim 2 in the back. You can book your time. You can say, hey, I want to play at 9. 9 is open. You can book it for 4 people. Lock it in, show up, bring your clubs, or we have brand new tailor-made Sim 2 rental clubs, and just show up and tee it up like you would out on the golf course.
So we're looking at programs now, things that we could do so the kids are set apart, the teens can get in here, the women's golf day, the Father's Day. Any deals coming up? The holidays are just weeks away.
We're definitely going to have something going for Father's Day. I'm not sure just yet, but we're going to definitely have a reduced rate for all those fathers. Get them in here. We're going to have some drink specials as well. Again, happy hour from 3 to 6 every day. Until 4 o'clock, the rates are $65 an hour. It's $85 after 4 and weekends, but that's up to 4 people. So if you have 4 buddies, you want to come play Pebble Beach, it's not even $20 each or barely over $20 each. So
how early can you book a tee time?
You can book it as we open at 9 o'clock. So you can book a tee time at 9 o'clock in the morning and come on in. It's quiet at that time. If you want to work on your game, that's when we generally have people in here grinding, looking at the numbers. And then it's more social in the evenings where we've got the full bar behind us. drinking cocktails, hanging out with friends, and teeing it up. We've got a lot of stuff going on our social media site, a lot of postings. Ty's been on there, Trisha's been on there, little McKenna's been on there. So yeah.
If someone is on the golf course themselves, they live that life already, but they're noticing they're in Colorado, they're in this area, and they're noticing something off when they're out there, they come to you to correct that. How can we get a hold of you? And what do you offer to help someone fix what they're noticing out there on the game?
Yeah, so I do private instruction as well. It's $130 an hour. And again, I do a lot of videos, so we'll put you on the video, put you on the TrackMan. And a lot of the new golfers, right? There's pressure out on the golf course. You're on the driving range. Everybody feels like somebody's watching them. We're in here. You can come in here. Nobody's going to see you. We can get tucked in that back bay. You can work on your game. And then when you go to the course with your friends, they're going to be like, wow, what's going on? You're hitting it a lot better. And when you learn to play on this, you're going to hit the ball further.
All right.
Which is pretty awesome.
I thank you very much, Kenny. Your daughter, she's looking like she's ready to get some coaching from you. I don't want to separate family time. We thank you. Vail Country Club, the website, really quick.
www.vailcountryclub.com.
There you go.
Okay, thanks, Kenny. Thanks, McKenna. Great job out there. She's got an awesome swing, 67 miles per hour. Good job, girl. And it is really cool to get those numbers. In fact, I was over there playing the dinosaur game, which is so fun on the video screen. And some of the tips I got from Kenny actually helped my next golf game. So it is always good to just get some instruction when you're out there. Hey, you want to do our lens of the day right now? We're going to see plenty of sunshine out there. We have only a 10% chance of an isolated shower, and we're going to talk about this. Is from Costa. This is called the Blackfin. Okay, so this is the trusted tool of any angler. You know, a lot of the Costa glasses, they started out for a lot of the fly fishing, but now they have other sports and other fashion glasses that they do. But the Blackfin sunglasses bring serious clarity and comfort to day fishing, whether it's wrestling a marlin in the deep sea or spinning up salmon in the rivers. So you can find that more. What's cool about this, I love the color, the matte gray. You can get a polarized glass lens or a polarized polycarbonate. This is more of the wide fit. So they have a fit guide for narrow, regular, and wide. So depending on your shape of your head, you can find something that's going to fit your head. And you can find these at Eyepieces, located in 6 locations all throughout Vail, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, Edwards, and they have a location over in Snowmass. So 7 locations total. Stop by their newest location in the Sun and Up. That's their sport collection, and you'll be able to find plenty of Costas. And they'll have Costa standing by for the GoPro Mountain Games. They're going to be one of the sponsors. They've been a sponsor for many, many years. And I've got several pairs of Costas. So check out, once again, the Blackfin. This is a trusted tool among true anglers. Once again, if you want some details on Eyepieces, they've got plenty of locations for you. But it looks like we've got Ken Holby standing by. Ken, hi, Casey. Casey's been doing my hair. She's been cutting my hair for probably, 15 or 20 years, Casey? I can't even remember. Good to see you. Good to see you, and good to see your dog there. I love your new shop.
Trisha, I told Casey before we even came in, I said, Trisha is going to be so excited to see you. We're going to hear a lot from her, and for good reason. Great to see you, Casey.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. This is really exciting.
Yeah, we're so happy to be here. Right now, I'm at See Casey Go, which is located in the Riverwalk, in the beautiful part of Riverwalk, I should say, on the backside. What a great place you have here. Tell us about it.
It's absolutely magical. Everyone that comes here is just like, oh my God, what a gem. And it's hidden. Nobody knows that there's an actual river walk. It's on the river. You can hear the river from the chair.
I love it.
It's so relaxing.
It's such a great, I like the bird feeders out there and the touch of nature. But what you've done in here, I mean, the big focus right now for everyone, and it has been, wellness, well-being, feeling good, looking good is really important. And in just a moment, we're going to show our viewers everything you have here. I think you have it covered from head to toe.
Literally, truly. And there's more to come. So it's, I'm switching from all hair and makeup and weddings to beauty and wellness, because the inside's more important than the outside.
Absolutely.
And we learned that through this whole last year.
Yeah. Beauty is skin deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, let's face it too, looking good is important. And you've got that
But
covered.
you want to feel good. And when you feel good, you do better.
I feel good just when I walked in here. Henry, my cameraman, and I both were like, wow, women really, taking care of themselves.
Yes.
But guys have been coming here and for good reason. We're going to show them that in
Yes.
just a moment. Before we do walk back there, tell us a little bit about yourself and what brought you to this point.
Okay, so I've been in the Vail Valley since 1994. My husband and I came here on our honeymoon, and I was like, oh my gosh, we've been here for 2 weeks. No one's been mean to us. Let's live here, right? From Miami. So I didn't realize I only had to move out of South Florida for that shift. But oh my gosh, no looking back. It's the best thing we've ever done.
I'm a Floridian as well, so
Are you? Okay.
I understand that.
So now I've gone from doing hair since 1994 with David Barry in the Gateway back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Shifting more to wellness because it sounds true to me. So when I came over here, I had already gotten this cryotherapy device that does handheld fat freezing, which is similar to a Cool Sculpt. It's the same technology as Cool Sculpt, but it's painless. So with the Cryo One, it's a handheld wand that we pass along the body, and I've done a lot of Cool Sculpt revisions, but it likes the soft fat, so it's 38% of that area we treat is diminished permanently.
Wow.
And then
you got me thinking about that. I'm a little self-conscious.
Let me tell you.
I'm tucking it in a little bit right now.
So am I. What's crazy though is I've got several girls working with me that are amazing at it, and the double chin area has been it's just incredible.
That's why I grow the beard.
Is it?
Yeah, try to just cover that up.
So I can show you some pictures where it's diminished in one treat. It's fascinating.
All right, I'm interested.
It really works.
I got to start. I'm turning 50 this year,
Right.
so I want to walk back here though, and I love that Brewster's here. By the way, Trisha, Brewster sends his best, the most adorable dog
Really
there is. Let's walk back here. Let's check it out. I have to say also, I mean, this place is beautiful. It smells so good in here, and it's such a well thought out location.
Yes.
And everything that you fit in, but this is what a lot of people have been talking about. Tell us about this.
Okay, so this is for wellness. When I got the cryotherapy device, I looked up what other spas are doing with their cryo. A lot of them are doing a lot of different things, but nothing made as much sense as the hyperbaric because we're at 7,500 feet, right? A lot of people struggle with the altitude here. So it's FDA approved for altitude illness, but really the off-label treatments have been incredible. So there are thousands of medical studies published in all of the medical journals, not just like Vogue magazine, Self magazine. Actual medical doctors have studied these, and it's improved the health of people that have Alzheimer's, traumatic brain injury, stroke, brain fog, cancer. Originally, they were afraid to do cancer clients because they didn't know if they were going to feed the cancer cell, but other centers were studying it, and they found that the cancer likes the low oxygen cell. So when they bring the oxygen up in the body, the cancer is not attracted to it. So it really does help cancer patients.
And this is there's not many of these devices around.
No. And it's one that we can't hurt anyone in. It goes to 1.3 atmospheres. So it's about 9 feet below sea level. And it's 4 PSI. So when a client goes in, there's a pillow in
Ken,
there.
can you go in there? Can we put Ken in there?
I'm not going to try to fit in there on live TV right now, Trisha, but I do appreciate it. It might be a little
than you think.
Might be a little awkward for me right now.
For someone who's 6'4".
Well, and I say that because Trisha, I have way more to talk about today. Well, you've been here. I got more to show.
So people go in with an oxygen. We turn on obviously the compressor, and then this is an oxygen concentrator, and it brings in 100% oxygen. So ambient air has 24% oxygen. When you put an oxygen concentrator on, you get about 91% oxygen, and it's the alveoli in the lungs that absorb the oxygen, and it takes the gas molecule in the body smaller so it can go deeper into injured tissue. Mm-hmm. So the gentlemen that are coming in right now that are on a 40-hour package, both come twice a day. One has had a severe stroke a year and a half ago and is still getting even a year and a half later. And typically after 2 weeks, what you see is what you get.
And the recovery time for an incident like that is significant. This helps minimize that recovery time.
Yes, dramatically.
And for athletes too, you were going to mention,
Yes.
I mean, to help heal injuries, ailments.
Pre and post injuries, it gets them back on the court so much quicker because when that blood can't get to areas, it doesn't feed that area. So neuropathy has helped. So we've got a few professional skiers that have been in lately, and they've been posting and sharing that have had knee injuries. One of the guys had a neck surgery. And so they're going to be able to ski again more quickly than if they hadn't come in.
And a lot of our viewers, that's them. They've had these injuries.
Everyone here is an athlete, and no one's getting younger, right? So this helps with anti-aging. It helps with soft tissue, heart tissue, brain tissue. Oxygen heals everything.
How long are the sessions in here?
An hour.
1 hour.
And the studies haven't shown, so the guys that are coming twice a day for 1 hour, because that's been shown to be a better result than 2 hours straight.
Okay.
Right. You can go in there with your phone. You can read. You can. I turn off these bright lights. I put a towel over the window, but I need to be able to look at people and see that they're good.
Sure.
Right. And so most people fall asleep. It's very comfortable.
Nap time.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I meditate when I'm in there, and I come in after I do it the next day, and I'm like, I'm in a suspiciously good mood today, and I think it's from the treatments. Honestly,
I believe it. I've heard nothing but good thing about them. Before we wrap it up, though, I know we've got about a minute left. I just wanted to have Henry kind of show around. You have your tanning booth in the back.
We do custom airbrush tannings, and you can go from just a bridal tan that I spray on that's clear and it develops over the next 24 hours. That's a really beautiful buttery brown to dark AF.
And there's Henry, our cameraman. And here, come with me, Casey.
Yeah.
And as we wrap it up, Trisha, I know that you want to be here. We're going to go into this back room. They have IV therapies that are here. This is our new
vibration plate.
Vibration plates. This is a huge popular technology now.
It's required after the cryotherapy because the cryotherapy freezes the fat. It goes through your lymphatic system, and this helps lymphatic drainage.
And what's going on in here?
This is where I do all the hair and makeup.
Wow, and it's nice with the window open. You can hear the river. But before we wrap it up, come with me. Come on, Casey. We've got one more thing to show them.
Yes.
And I appreciate Henry taking the time, and to all of our viewers for staying with us. This is something that I've read a lot about, I've heard about. I've never actually seen the device. You have your own cryotherapy?
Cryotherapy, yeah. Right. So there are two types of cryotherapy. There's full body chamber, which is a 3-minute session that takes your body into negative 200 degrees. And then there's the handheld fat freezing device. So it's painless. And it's used on any type of soft fat on the body. It's a 3-phase thermal shock, so it gets warm, freezing like 6 to 8 degrees below 0 Celsius, freezes the area, which expands the water in the fat cell, fracturing the cell membrane. So it kills the cell. When it dies, it takes the fat out with it, which takes about 2 weeks.
I was going to say,
lymphatic.
I've heard you see immediate results.
Immediate results.
Yeah.
We take before and after pictures here because that's part of the integrity is that I have these little dots on the wall so that I can line up the dots on the before and after picture and say, look at your improvement in one appointment.
Very cool.
So if someone loses an inch in their first appointment, they might lose 2.5 inches in 6 appointments. 2.5 inches is significant.
You mean I won't have to suck it in anymore?
There's no workout. There's no trainer that can make you lose an inch in it permanently in a workout, right? It's painless. It's 40 minutes, sometimes 22 minutes.
Yeah.
And then IV therapy to help cleanse. So some people do IV therapy while they're doing their cryotherapy. Then they get on the vibration plate, and then they get in the hyperbaric. Bada bing.
And they leave feeling sweet.
Feeling good.
A tan, get your hair did.
Okay.
That's awesome.
All right, we're going to send it
Thanks,
back.
you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. Casey, great to see you. Trisha, I understand why you come here so often. Beautiful place, and they're looking after your well-being.
Okay, perfect. I need to work on my lunch lady arm. Thank you. Thanks, Casey and Ken, for that report from her salon right there in Riverwalk. We're going to give you some weather details right now. We're seeing a beautiful sunny day, and we've got more sunshine in the forecast. This is brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne. We've got fresh air styles, mountains of brands, and elevated savings. We'll see temperatures rise into the 70s today, even up valley, down valley, probably a bit warmer in Eagle and Gypsum. Just a slight chance of showers between 3 and 5. And we're going to see south-southwest winds, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So pretty mild day today out there. And then as we look into the next couple of days, we'll see temperatures rise into the 70s. Once again, 77 for your Friday. Plenty of sunshine. Saturday, we'll see a few more clouds come through with about a 40% chance of showers. And same thing for Sunday. But beautiful weekend. June is here, and we love all the activities that we can do with this nice weather that we have. So get outside. I can't wait to get out there. I'm kind of trapped in the studio right now. So it's fun to see what Ken and Ty are doing. And speaking of Ty, we've got him. Ty, what's going on, buddy? Are you in your car?
Oh, you guys really want to see this? Construction. No, what do they call that when the roads are being worked on? Road construction? Just read the signs for what they call this. You know, the cones are here. This is Highway 6 right here by the golf course. And
you're in Eagleville, right?
Eagleville. It's like this waiting game, you know. It's like you sit in the car, but your mind is saying, I gotta be somewhere. And then traffic starts moving and you think to yourself, I should pull off someplace and and because I had to sit in traffic and just grab something to make up for the time that I lost, be late to the event, get a Bloody Mary, and you know, and your client's probably in the reverse traffic. They're late too. They're probably behind you. Yeah. So anyway, the cones are going on. I'm just, you know, it's not the city life, but it feels like it, you know. But if I were not in my car, if I were on a bike right now, if I were on a longboard right now, the sidewalk's right there. I'd be get where I need to go. So,
Yeah. Hey, Ty, I heard you drove over to
advice? What's that?
I heard you drove over to A Basin yesterday. What were the conditions like?
Arapahoe Basin, spring conditions, so much fun. And when you meet with your friends, it tends to get rowdy as well. And yeah, I would love to. Maybe we can talk about it tomorrow, unless you want to play the footage, and I'll show you some of this. But otherwise, Arapahoe Basin. Are we looking at it? No, you're somewhere else. Oh, we're looking at dogs now. So anyway, Arapahoe Basin was a lot of fun. Closing day is Sunday. Traffic is low on the weekday. Grilling in the parking lot happens too. The tailgate is still going on. Like I mentioned, we did burgers and brats and played some music and just let the parking lot empty out. Played the game of last man standing. You know, tradition at Arapahoe Basin.
Okay. Hey, Ty, I know you got to keep your eyes on the road, but if you could actually see the video right now, we've got Ken in a hyperbaric chamber. He looks like he's going to jettison off into space.
Well, do you also know that Ken owns the Elephant Man's bones too? So yeah, you gotta just pick up everything at the Michael Jackson auction, and I believe Ken's one of those people.
He definitely is. Okay, yeah, we got him in the hyperbaric chamber down at Casey's Health and Wellness in Riverwalk. All right, we'll have to check in to see how he's going to feel after this. Hi, Ken. I feel like we're going to launch you off into space. Hey, want to let you know about one more event that's going on this weekend. It's the Eagle Outside Festival, and we weren't sure if it was going to happen. You know, last year it didn't happen because of COVID. I just talked to Mike McCormick yesterday. He's the organizer of the event, and they have so many fun things happening. This will be June 4th through the 6th, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and everything from bike demos. So all the mountain bikes are going to be out there, and you can take them out of the trails. What's amazing is that surrounding Eagle, they have about 100 hiking and biking trails that you can go out on. So check that out. And then also things like tech clinics, some skills clinics, some little races for the kids. And then they have family fun events like the Pajama Run. They're also going to have the World Squirt Gun Championships that'll be going on as well. Live music, lots of fun. This will be all in Eagle Ranch. So we're going to see that kick off tomorrow night, and then it'll go all throughout the weekend. So add that to your list of things to do. You can go to eagleoutsidefestival.org for the full schedule of events, yoga in the park, pump tracking, great meal deals, barbecue at the Tiki Bar at the bonfire, and Seven Hermits will be doing a great brunch. So we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching us today. Don't forget to subscribe to your favorite way of viewing Vail Daily Live, and we'll see you live at 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on Friday.